Right.
Looks like everybody's down there on the grid. So it's clutches in, click it in the first gear, as it's now all eyes to the lights. Red lights are on, revs rise, out they go, and it's a good start there from the middle of row number 1 there for the 66 of Mitch Ducran, as Dave Twyford is seemingly not quite as getting a good start as what he did earlier on. So Mitch leads as they go in towards turn 1 at Riches. That was Dell up into 3rd place. Of course, the previous race, it was just Twyford, Ducran and Dowds in that order from the start to the first corner. This time around, it's Ducran from Twyford and then Dowds slotting into that 3rd place position. So we'll watch them as they go round Wilson's for the first time. Looks like a few riders going 2 wide, maybe even 3 wide towards the back of the field. But everybody through safely on this opening lap. So round the go of Wilson's, racing now through the left-hander of Palmer's. Back into our side, Mitch leads from Dave Twyford, and then Dell Dowds up next. Jack Bettis and Ronnie Harris 4th and 5th place, with Will Howarth and Morgan Creasy in 6th and 7th.
Well, good clean start for everybody there, and watching them go out of Agostini for the first time. That is Ducran from Twyford from Dowds. So Ducran, we did wonder if he's going to be one to watch, having some recent success here with another club, and clearly it's paid dividends. Mitch, of course, won his first ever race, I think, at Camberwell Park, certainly his first race with us, when David fell off and Dell wasn't racing. But hey, you can only beat who turns up, and I tell you what, Twyford is looking very threatening as they go into Williams here. I think he's lining himself up, trying to position himself beautifully. He's going to use that tailwind. He probably knows exactly the gearing he's going to run, and have a look at that. Is he going to pull out? No, it could be a late squeeze on the brakes down there at Brundles before we swoop round into Nelson's. Let's see if we can see them on the camera there, mate.
Yeah, Twyford's got it.
Yeah, what a surprise.
Yeah, looks like Mitch just tried to squeeze back up the inside on the flip over from the left to the right of Nelson's, but no, Twyford holds on to that lead now, so it is number 1 of the reigning champion, Dave Twyford, from the number 66 of Mitch Ducran.
Well, they come to Corins then, and look at that. So take it. Look, it's already up.
4th place, we've got Jack Bettis, Ronnie Harris, Morgan Creasy. Side by side.
Though Kev Lilly did well on the opening lap. They're moving up 6 places to move inside the top 10. Ollie Sims also moved up, and Ollie's another one who's having a busy schedule today, because he's going to be out in the next race as well. He's comes in from this race, and he's going to go out the Formula 400 race, of course. So he's another youngster who's learning fast, shall we say. Literally comes in from one race, rides down to the collecting area, hops on the next bike, and away he goes again. Right up into the lead, up to Williams, and Twyford is doing the business. I'm expecting him to go purple at the end of this, but it's going to be interesting to see what sort of purple he goes, how deep into it he is. So I don't think the lap record's going to be there again somehow, Bradley. I think this wind is just going to be too strong coming up the straight, as you mentioned before. It's a slightly uphill straight here at Snetterton. Not hugely so, but when you're battling the wind as well, it's probably changing gear sort of 50 yards or so before you would normally, or later than you would normally. I think you've got to hold the revs that a little bit longer. Round out of the bomb hole we go then, up towards Corums, and they're going to be back at our site, and look at that, he's was 9/10 of a second clear at the end of the first lap. Twyford on Ducran, and will he have doubled that? And maybe not quite doubled it, but he's certainly doing a good job. Dow's there in 3rd, a long way back, and as you said, we've got a good battle for 4th place now. Is that Creasy and Harris, or Bettis maybe?
It's Ronnie Harris, I believe, in 4th position ahead of Morgan Creasy, but Morgan's in the slipstream there, is he? Yeah, because he pulls out to the left-hand side, and Ronnie Harris couldn't get any closer to the pit wall if he tried. So we're definitely forcing the arm there of Morgan Creasy. He holds on to 5th place. Ronnie Harris, number 660, is still there in 4th. But let's have a look at the lap time at 2 minute 4.624. Yeah. So
that's what we were saying before. We did see around about a second and a half drop off from McRae earlier, and we're looking for a 2:02.8. So once again, we're looking at a second and a half or so drop. So yeah, the lap record is no longer there. There's no reflection on the riders. That is purely an atmospherical problem, isn't it?
Well, Morgan was momentarily in 4th place, but ran wide on the exit of Wilson, so Ronnie got it back, and he's going to try it again as they go in towards Agostini's, so who's going to be later on the brakes. It looks like Morgan's going to try that inside move again, and he does make it through into 4th place now, does Creasy, so holds on to it this time around as well, so he's got a little bit of clear track in front of him, but of course Ronnie Harris arguably a little bit lighter weight than Morgan, and could use that slipstream to his advantage, especially with the wind as it is today.
Yeah, that's a strong wind, and that slipstream definitely helps all the way down the straight. In fact, if anything, the slipstream might help you a little bit more up the front straight as well. If you can break the toe going up here, if you can pick up a little bit of a toe and pop out quickly, could be some good passing into Richie's if you place yourself just right. So the leaders once again making their way around. They'll be back in our view shortly because they're down at the bomb hole now, and they're certainly heading towards there anyway. And yeah, Twyford, how much quicker was he than anybody else? He was a second or so quicker than Mitch Dukran, which made him 1.3 seconds quicker than Dowds. Bettis was the one who went backwards on that lap, losing a couple of places. Costin made up a couple of places, but of course he's still coming back from that 10-second penalty as well. Egginson went back a couple, as Griffiths and King both went past him as well.
Will Howarth is a man on the move at the moment. He's up into 6th place now and is ahead as they make the way out of Murray's. There goes Del Dowd in 3rd position. There goes Ronnie Harris and Morgan Creasy in 4th and 5th place. And then it is Will Howarth in 6th. So he's ahead now of Bill Harris and Jack Bettis. So Jack Bettis, you're right, he drops another couple of positions on this lap, unfortunately. Then we've got some side-by-side action between Kev Lilly and Ollie Sims. Ollie, number 73, just comes out of the slipstream there and does take that position. And that is for 9th and 10th place.
Hang on, headline news here. Let me just double check my figures here, mate.
Go on.
All right, that says 206.831. The number in front of me now says 206.480. Will Howarth, lap record for him. Brilliant stuff, Will. So, yeah, we know the kid's good, and he's Dan Singleton can say goodbye to that record, unfortunately, Dan. It's been a long-standing lap record. So that is 2 long-standing mini-twin races. And I say, I don't think the conditions are that good. I mean, he came close. He did a 206.9 earlier, didn't he? And I did genuinely think he'd be lucky to break into the 207s the way the track is at the moment. But somewhere, I don't know how Howarth has found it, you wonder if there's might have been a 205 there somewhere in this morning if he was running as well as he is this afternoon. Maybe it's a tyre thing, maybe it's a setup thing, maybe it's a head thing, who knows? Maybe it's a company you're keeping on the track at the moment thing. Whatever it is, that's a lap record for Will Howarth, the remarkable rookie who's been so impressive this year, hasn't he? And he's such a lovely, unassuming bloke as well, isn't he?
He really is, and you can say we spoke to him earlier on, and I think that's the most tense that we've seen him, and it is right before the qualifying session.
Yeah,
so obviously,
Thunderbike Sport first time out. How did he get on in Thunderbike Sport, by the way? I wasn't watching that race. It was a while ago now.
Can't remember the position, but it was a good result.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. He was so unfortunately had to miss that race because you were working with Mr. Weatherall at the time. It's all good.
Well, looking on the exit of Murray's End, leading 2, leading 3 are now back into our sight. We're coming up now to start the last lap. So there goes Dave Twyford, and he's purple in second, number 1. It's 203.887, which...
Slow. Wouldn't have been broken the old lap record, let alone the new one.
So Morgan again up the inside of Ronnie Harris. So that is the fight for 4th position, still raging on onto this final lap. So with a 3.2 second advantage, it's Twyford from Decrant, Dowds, Harris, Creasy, Howarth ahead of Bill Harris and Jack Bettis. Then it's Ollie Sims who's found a way through on Kev Lilly. He did that in towards Rich's on the previous lap.
Remember what I said that he might have done a 205 earlier?
Go on, what's he done?
205.801, Will Howarth.
There's another lap record on
Another lap
laps.
record, yep, on consecutive laps. Brilliant stuff from Will. Wow.
I mean, for a 9-year-old lap record to go in one of the mini-twin classes, that's not too bad, is it? But for both the mini-twin lap records to go. They were both set on the same weekend, and they've both been broken on the same day.
Yeah. Definitely impressive stuff, isn't it?
Certainly is. There is Del Dowds, who's in 3rd position at the moment. He's in a relatively lonely 3rd, 0 of Ronnie Harris. Looks like Bill Harris has found his way through on Will Howarth on this one. They came across the line just 4/1000ths of a second separating them. Will Howarth The number 96 machine is still the leading in the rookie Minitwins, but he's dropped down to 7th position overall. But still, this is a great showing. 2nd and 3rd in the rookie Minitwins is Josh Crisp and the number 195 machine of Alex Cook, and they are fighting in 17th and 18th position. And I say fighting, it's a 13-second gap between them. So yeah.
Fight, well, hey, there's a battle there, you know, one can possibly see the other in the distance.
Yep.
But hey, you know, it's still 2nd and 3rd, so they're looking to pick up some medals there, 'cause there's quite a few rookie Minitwins. But fair play to Josh Crisp, he's Mr. Consistency, he really is. Well, talking about consistency, I've seen Mr. Twyford make one mistake all year, and he certainly hasn't made one today. Over the line he goes then, and doesn't get another lap record, but he runs it close. There goes to Cran, Dowds, Creasy, Harris, Ronnie Harris from Bill Harris, and 2:05, and he does a 2:06.534, so he's beaten the lap record in 3 consecutive laps there for Will Howard, so definitely no fluke there, but he ends up with a 2:05.801, which is absolutely amazing stuff, so well done to the youngster. And I don't know if his lovely wife, recent wife, Dominique, is here this weekend. We didn't see her in the garages earlier, but it was all very brief meeting. But Dominique, if you're there, you've got even more reason to be proud of your husband, as he now is. So certainly wish you all the best. Right, certainly wish you all the best. Right, what we got next, Bradley? We've got YPMs and 400s coming out to play once again.
Yeah, we have, you're right. It's the DFDS Yamaha Passmasters and the Bemsee Formula 400s. As still some good battles coming across the line there. That was for, where were we here? So that was Brennan, Quantrill, Mango and Parsons, with Eagling and Harvey not too far away either.
So young Ollie Sims there, finishing in 9th place in that particular race, 8th in class, and 9th in class, 10th overall, sorry. And he's going to come straight in, get down to the collecting area, and then jump onto the 400. So you don't get any more race fresh than that, really, do you?
Not really, no. No, definitely not. But we are now gearing up then for the second